Can you hear me now?
Sounds like a bad Helen Keller joke.
Can you hear me now?
You know, I have these controls on our software, and I click on it to turn on the microphone. But sometimes if I didn't click exactly right, apparently it doesn't go on. So,
Well, let's start again. Hi, everybody.
hi everybody. Welcome to TFT. Tarot for today.
Divine Dabblings with
Oberon.
and me, Banshee. There we go. So I was saying I hope everybody is well, everybody is healthy, doing great, better than we are here. And we were going to say, we were just going to start announcements. I asked Mr. O if he had, and if he did anything today.
I just got the recording together for tomorrow's episode of Oberon's Outlook on the Emotional Exchanges, the weekly tarot astrological card reading to kind of give you the update on what's going on with your emotional things for the next week. So that's tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And here
Gina
comes Sunny.
has joined us.
Hi,
Welcome, Gina. And Sunny is back too.
Yes, about to knock over
How
another
many times
camera.
has he knocked over the cameras already?
He
Setting
knocked
up
it over
here.
earlier,
Yeah.
and there he is, you sun man, you.
Well, anyway, I hope everybody is well. And today I am pulling one of my, once again, my tree magic cards. There, I got it there. For everybody, for the collective. Let's see what tree we pull. I'll let Mr. O pull one, I think, today. What are you going to get for us, Mr. O? Uh-oh. Oh, have we had this one before? I'm not sure, but it's the the elm tree, which is all about faith. Good seeds are sown, bringing the hope of success in the accomplishment of growth. Oh, that does sound familiar to me somehow. And is Sunny, by chance, on my book? Because if not, I don't know where my book is. My book is gone.
What book
there
is that?
There it is.
Oh.
I see it. He was, in fact, on my book.
Hi, Balkus.
Hey, Balkus, welcome. I'll get you on the list.
Sonny keeps hitting the camera. He's going to knock it over. He's done that a bit.
Because of its rich foliage and sap, the elm is sacred to Saturn, Roman god of agriculture. Representing fertility, it foretells that your wish will meet with success. Its other meaning is the need to give way and let nature run its course, to sacrifice what you have for what could be. Elmwood is flexible and durable and does not rot when wet. You probably know in your heart that your wish will be granted. A hopeful sign is that elm twigs are used as divining rods. The elm tree stands at the entrance to the underworld as a living connection between the living and the dead. What comes to you is blessed by heaven. It may be that all you need to do is wait and have faith in nature. What a nice thing to get around Beltane, eh?
Yes, and that's exactly what's happening, Gina. It's close to Beltane, and so we're getting a moon here from Sunny.
Or something. Okay, Balkus has got to go on the list, and guess who's now laying on my list? Oh my goodness, this cat.
So what decks are you using today, Banshee?
Well, I'm using the same ones I did because I'm having so much fun with the Golden Girls Tarot.
Very nice.
Just love it.
Very nice. Very nice.
So I'll be using that one again. And then I will be using the Animal Totem Tarot by Lisa Robertson. And I believe the author is, or the artist is Eugene Smith. Beautiful, beautiful deck. And one more time for the After Tarot. That might be leaving next time for something else. But I do like the After Tarot. And again, I'm going to use, just to confuse you, Mr. O, the Pixies Astounding Lenormand, which you had a little issues with last time, I think.
Well, apparently so did some of the folks we were reading for. They thought that they were the smallest tarot
The smallest tarot
they'd
cards.
ever seen.
Yeah, because they're done with tarot artwork,
Right.
which is, I think, really cool. So that's my decks. What about you, Mr. O? You got an oldie there, it looks
Yes,
like.
one of my oldest decks. Look at that; it's even falling apart a little bit. But it's a derivation of the Rider-Waite Tarot, only with kind of like maybe 70s pop art. I love that fool there.
Laura's
And-
joined us also.
Hi, Laura. And I
And?
also have my Golden Guilty Nefertari's Tarot. That's the Six of Cups there. It's
Awesome.
good to see you and everyone.
Good to see everyone. Yes, Beltane is just around the corner, and I shared one of my spreads, and interestingly enough, I saw a spread out there that looked exactly like mine on Twitter. Somebody had it on ice. I'm a little concerned because I did not copy that. I've had this spread for like, I don't even know how many years. I think I made them about 8 years ago, all these spreads.
Plagiarizing is rampant on the internet.
I'm not suggesting that. I think it was an easy thing to do because, first off, the design that I picked is kind of looks like an arrow, but actually, if you look at it, it really looks like a maypole, maybe with some strands hanging down. And that person kind of went with the same design. So I think it's interesting. There's room for everybody out there in the tarot universe. And you know, when you're creating your own spreads, you're bound to lock horns with someone out there someday.
And just indicating, Kayla has asked if she's on the list. I thought
Yes,
we put
you
her
are,
on the list
Kayla.
already. So let's
Gotcha.
get started then.
I haven't gone on the list. I haven't gone over the list yet, so I will. Is there? I did want to make an announcement, and now
About
I
a
can't.
soul story?
Well,
No.
I'm changing the order of my soul stories a little bit because I fell behind, and also because one of them is easier to do than the other. So I'm moving up my magic name story, and I'm hoping to get that out. And then after that will be my dream one, and then around May 23rd will be a special one. So there's going to be 3 in the month of May, or my name is not Banshee.
Sonny, you are first when we get
Yep,
there.
we are getting there.
Almost any
Yes,
moment.
we are going to start any minute. Let me go over the list real quick. We've got Sunny as number 1. We've got K Dash. We've got Libra Cusp. We've got Merwin. We've got Kayla. We've got January Girl, Gina, Balkus, and Laura. Did I miss anybody?
Don't think so.
I don't think so.
Alrighty.
So we are doing well. We're worried about when things are going to start opening up in Michigan. There was another big, protest in Lansing. I don't really think they're big, but there was a protest. And so we don't know what's going to happen. The legislature's refusing to extend the emergency declaration, and so it may go to court. But we believe it's at least going to go on to May 15th, and then beyond that, it's hard to say.
My workplace has been really quiet. Originally, they had talked about reopening on May 15th with maybe that 2 weeks between now and then, the 2 weeks before that, being staff coming back to prepare things. But we haven't heard anything yet, and we're literally a day or two away from that due date. So getting a little nervous. I'd like to know for sure what's going on, but we're just going to have to trust and see.
Yep. So, Sunny, what is your question for us today? You are numero uno. And I'm shuffling my cute little animal cards for you.
Do a little repositioning here because things are a little bit murky-ish.
Oh.
You
So
get an
basic-
RV, you could come up and visit us up here.
So basically, we're going to do kind of a general one and see if any of those 2 topics come up, Sunny. I think that's how we'll handle it, and we'll see what's going on there. Let's try that.
Okay, and yes, Chrissy, we're going to put you on the
Oh, hey,
list.
Chrissy. Welcome, welcome.
Hi.
I'm sure we'll be able to fit you in today, but you are on the bottom. But it's a little shorter than Sundays. So you are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you're in the first hour. So, I mean, you're bound to get read for.
Yeah, hopefully you'll be here when we call you again.
Yep.
Okay, so we're going to use your deck and get going.
Yeah, and I have been shuffling, so you go. I'm trying to think. It seemed like there was something I wanted to tell the collective, and I forget what it was. But I have been scattered lately. But at least I got my Beltane reading out on time. It seems to me it was spring equinox. I believe I was late. So I'm hoping to keep it up, and I will have another spread for midsummer that I will share on Twitter and Facebook.
A couple of weeks ago, I posted a picture of me looking like my inner domestic goddess, which maybe got a laugh or two.
Gosh.
That was mostly on our TFT Facebook page. But I'm thinking of doing something similar again. So if you're on Facebook and you're on our TFT Tarot for Today page, you have been warned. Okay.
They're all upright, Sonny. They looking pretty good. You do have this Judgment card upright. You have the Six of Pentacles upright. And look at that cute little grasshopper. You've got the Fool upright.
I get an immediate vibe from this that says, like, yeah, maybe you are going to get an RV and go lurching off.
Sounds like a new adventure is looming with the Fool there, Sonny. A move could be in the offing. Well, how do you think maybe that Six of Pentacles fits in? That's really money. You might have to spend a little. You might have to give a little to get what you want.
Well, really, traditionally, this is a card of somebody who is giving something. So it may be that you will receive a gift from somebody, or that you will be able to be a benefactor to somebody. Judgment maybe implies that there's something going on legalese. I'm wondering, are you possibly expecting some sort of settlement or result of a situation? Because this would be that gift which would enable you to jump off.
To jump off and move. Well, or it just means maybe because, because judgment has to do with karma and different things. Maybe it's because,
Okay, Gina, here's the real moon. Ooh.
Oh, that was bad. Could you move my cards maybe?
Well, I can move that one. Oh.
I got one.
Oh. Ew, it's like that.
Well, anyway, Sonny, maybe because
Movie.
of judgment here, it's kind of indicating to me that maybe you, through some right actions, some right things that you do, in the end result will be to make a move forward, a step forward, a leap. But it also indicates to me, the Fool is not without its risks. So in other words, you may have to take a chance. You may have to take a risk. Some opportunity may come along, or maybe you're just thinking about something right now. Should I do it? Shouldn't I do it? Should I do it? I think it's saying you should take the chance and do it. And I do think this might be leaning more towards a move than a relationship, because I'm not seeing anything there that screams relationship.
Well,
Do you,
I just want to
Mr. O?
address what Sonny said, if these
Okay.
were chickens, and they are indeed chickens. And so, what is that saying about the chickens? Takes a couple eggs to make an omelet? I don't know. But you asked me about the judgment and what I felt about that.
Yeah.
Well, I thought before that maybe it implies a legal
No.
decision or benefit in her favor.
I mean, I actually asked you what you thought of the what I had said, that I didn't see much in the way of relationship there. And what did you think about that?
No, I don't see that specifically. Maybe once the adventure begins.
Yeah. Well, he was talking about the chicken there. What about, why did the chicken cross the road? To get to the other side. So you're going to have to be like the Fool and take that leap in order to get that RV and make the move.
Masonic, we have added Chrissy, and we will add you too. And Jakari came in right after Masonic, so we'll add Jakari as well. Walk, 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 walk. Okay, I guess I'm going to just divert with a little small story.
While I do my Lenormand?
Yes, apparently what happened when my brother was in the 11th grade biology class, they hatched eggs and he got to bring home a little chick. And that little chick became Puppy, the semi-carnivorous chicken that lived in our backyard and ate mice in the garage and other disgusting things. Puppy.
Puppy the chicken.
Puppy the
Okay,
chicken.
well, thanks for sharing.
I knew you would appreciate that, Banshee.
Well, I have the Tower here. And I have the scythe, which is a cutting implement, and the Tower. Sonny, I don't know if this means that possibly, I don't know if you're up, now that they're opening things up again, there may be elective surgeries again. I don't know if you were thinking of having an operation or surgery, because it looks like there could be some procedure. To me, this doesn't look like anything that's like an emergency or anything like that. It looks like maybe something that was planned. But I'm not sure.
Which was first, the Tower?
Yeah.
Could this imply that something about their institution is going to have a sudden change?
Well, what I was trying to say was that it could also mean that there are cutbacks, like if you were working, there would be cutbacks possibly at your workplace, but also it could be possibly a cutback in isolation, because, the Tower is all about isolation sometimes too, being up in an ivory tower, being up high and away from the rest of the world.
Exiled to the Tower.
Yeah, but it looks like that's being cut away, which means maybe there'll be less of that now.
Yeah. But I'm thinking too that maybe if there's anything institutional going on, your relationship with something, that could be changing too.
She said that they're thinking of more surgery for the stomach. Okay. Well, it might be a possibility. I don't see anything positive or negative, just the fact that it could be happening.
Puppy was rare, and probably on the day that his final fate approached, he may have been served rare. I'm not sure.
Oh, man.
Basically, he lived with us for a year or two, and then one day my father said, I gave Puppy to some person that was a owner of a chicken farm, we were told. So supposedly Puppy went to spend the rest of their days in a chicken egg-laying farm. I don't know. But I could tell you a really gross story if you want.
No gross story. Oh, Mr. O, do I have to clamp down here? Oh, look at all the cat fur. And see, I brushed him yesterday. It's starting to warm up the temperatures, and the cats are responding with their shedding. All right. So that's what we have for you, Sonny. We'll, maybe check in with us again more on that on Sunday, if you come on Sunday. All right, so let's see who is next. We've got K-Dash.
Well, Dragon as a chicken's name kind of beats Puppy, but Puppy ended up having a silkscreen shirt because I told some coworkers at one of the places I worked at the story of Puppy, and they thought it was so neat that they made a silkscreen shirt of Puppy. It's a long story that she won't want me to talk about. Hi, Am.
Oh, hey, Am. I'll get you on the list.
And we're waiting for K-Dash, right?
Yep, we're waiting for K-Dash's question. Yeah.
We're doing pretty good. We're still in, I'm quarantined at home. She's working from home. So it's just kind of what we're dealing with.
We haven't seen our son physically in over a month now, probably about 5 weeks, 6 weeks.
Our granddaughter even longer.
Yeah, so it's a little depressing for that. And she just graduated or is graduating 8th grade, so to all graduates out there, I'm going to have to post something on Twitter, but I feel for the graduates not getting their pomp and ceremony. They're getting a real dose of real life.
Hi, Lakeisha.
Oh, hey, Lakeisha, I'll get you on the list. Welcome.
And we're still waiting for K Dash.
No, we're waiting for K Dash. Type the name if you haven't. You should do that.
Because they're starting to pile up.
That's
so
right.
we need to keep moving.
Why did I do that? I meant to put Lakeisha down. Okay.
Well, I wouldn't know. Did K Dash already give us a question? Let's
I don't think so.
Through.
Last call for K Dash. We're gonna have to move on.
Yeah, this will be our last call unless K Dash shows up.
It's too bad, Kay. You were right at the beginning.
My cats like when I drop food on the floor.
which is often.
Thanks for sharing that.
Too often for the Banshee's tastes, anyway.
Okay, it looks like K Dash has
flown the coop.
Flown the coop. Chicken joke.
Chicken jokes.
So we're gonna move on and put K Dash down on the list if they do show up.
We're gonna move on to Libra Cusp.
Libra Cusp. Hello. Yeah, we've been mostly healthy and okay. You know, it's kind of interesting because I talked to my cousin, my favorite cousin, and one of my last cousins who moved down to North Carolina, and she told me that her and her daughter, my cousin first removed, have both had it, but they didn't have a real bad time of it, and they seem to be better.
I'm going to go over the list again because I had a question. So the list is, we're on Libra Cusp, and then Merwin, Kayla, January Girl, Gina, Balkis, Laura, Chrissy, Masonic, Jakari, Am, Lakeisha, and K Dash at the bottom now.
Thanks for asking.
So was it just your cousin, or wait a minute? Did you say the?
I told you earlier.
I forgot.
Okay. Well, as I just said to January Girl who asked, because I know she looked at me sort of like, why are you talking? Somebody asked me a question.
No, I knew that. I was just trying to get your attention so I could get the list out.
Mm-hmm. Well, you have to wait your turn like I do.
I got to come up with a facial cue for you that's different.
Rather than the glaring look?
Like maybe finger rubbing the nose, maybe a nose twitch. I can't do the bewitched nose twitch, though. And no, I will not use the third finger.
Right, not on camera.
Not on camera, anyway.
Love you. But no, my cousin
God.
Debbie and her daughter Trisha.
Uh-oh, somebody's checking up on us. Caught in the act. Our son, the monster's here.
It's because we haven't seen you for so long.
We miss you, monster.
Because we'd rather pick on you, monster. No, we're teasing. And yeah, you know, January Girl, a little bit of cabin fever. We're definitely got some cabin fever. I only went out in public for the first time on Monday to Kroger's because we had been getting deliveries and none of that was working out as satisfactory. So I said,
we got toilet paper finally.
Yes, we got toilet
paper. And paper towels.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm glad you guys like watching this.
Fair enough. Well, thanks for joining us, Monster, and checking in. You're always welcome.
And to be very fair, Mr. Monster offered us some of his TP stash, and we said, no, we're probably getting it. So we really appreciated that. We really appreciate that, Mr. Monster. So did we
get Libra Cusp's question in all of this?
Maybe, but we totally forgot them.
No, I'm not seeing it. I'm pretty sure. Libra Cusp, are you with us? Are you with us?
Or have you ran in disgust or fear? Well, I'm going to type in their name.
Yeah, do that. Thank you.
Ooh, I hope not, January Girl. Yeah, we were getting worried too.
We still had some. Fortunately, we had a pretty good stash before this all happened, so we thought we were going to make it through. But you know, as time went on, we started to get nervous, so we wanted to get a little extra, and we weren't hoarding it or anything. But apparently, a lot of people have been because the shelves have been empty.
Right, and we're still waiting for Libra, and I noticed that Laura is asking for Libra too, so we're going to just wait about just a few more seconds and then
Yep.
move on again.
Yeah, this happened to us on Sunday too, didn't it?
Maybe we spend too much time talking and goofing off.
Maybe. But you
So
know,
if Libra Cusp doesn't show up, then it's going to be Merwin's turn.
yep.
So
Last call, Libra. This is seriously last call. Just let us know you're
if you
here.
come back, though, you will be somewhere at the bottom this time then. So we'll see how that goes.
Well, we are officially moving on to Merwin.
Merwin, it's your turn now.
And I put Libra at the bottom.
Yeah, Sonny's here taking a nap. I see that. General read.
You want to use your deck?
Ooh, steampunk. I was a hard sell for steampunk at first, and now I kind of like it. But I like it more from the reading point of view. Like I've been reading some steampunk novels and like, oh, that's kind of cool. They're all like set in the Victorian age, and so they have analogs of Sherlock Holmes or people like that.
I don't know if I have it out. And she's getting up. Ignore the person.
So yes, I'm using one of my decks here.
I'm looking for something. I'm going to make a big mess.
I
Oh, I guess I put them away.
changed the camera view.
Did you?
Yes, because it showed you bending over there.
Well,
And I thought there's only one moon allowed per show, and it was sunny, so you know.
I almost fell into the table. Here, you're making me laugh, Mr. O.
And here, you may shuffle for Merwin's reading.
I was looking for my steampunk punk tea leaf cards that I bought recently. They're really kind of cool. And that's probably the only steampunk thing I have, I think, as far as divination stuff goes.
Yeah, I want to try. I have limited budget and very limited taste, but I want to try and come up with my own little steampunk outfit for post-apocalypse tarot card reader.
Oh, no. All right. This deck is about as old as it
Thank
gets.
you, Gina.
I'm afraid it's going to crumble in my hands, Mr.
No,
O.
just be careful. You know how to do that, right?
I try.
Right, because usually I'm the one who's clumsy and careless. Oh, like the other day when I was cleaning in the garage and fell on my hip or rear. Ooh, not very good.
Mr. O tripped twice in a day. I was very concerned about him.
It's that LSD, man. I was tripping. Okay, it wasn't that. No.
It was. Oh my gosh.
So we have 3 cards for you, Merwin. We have the Page of Swords reversed. I love those colors. We have the 6 of Wands upright.
And what's that one?
And then we have the Queen of Pentacles reversed.
Well, actually, and what was the question again? Let me double check.
Sorry, Libra. We put you down at the bottom, so hopefully we'll get back to you. We are sorry about that.
What is Merwin's question? There it is.
It's
General
about love.
read and
Yeah. Okay, so did you
Well,
want to go first?
Well, you know, it's really kind of an odd reading because, again, I'm not seeing these cards don't bespeak a lot of romance to me. I'm sensing here, though, that something might happen. There's a victory. There's the Wands, the 6 of Wands, which certainly seems like, I don't know, strutting your stuff, showing off, being proud, getting a victory of some sort, maybe somebody noticing and paying attention.
Would it be possible to say that sometimes you're admired or liked or approached or interesting to people because of your darker talents? Because somehow I'm getting this idea that maybe you appeal to somebody from a darker way. I don't know what that really means. It's just the thought that
Are you
wandered
getting
into
that
my head.
from the Queen of Pentacles, perhaps?
The Queen of Pentacles reversed.
Okay.
But then I see this Page of Swords over here too, and this is sort of like, this is more like me, the unclumsy person who falls, you know. So is the person that maybe is interested you sort of a little bit tact impaired maybe? Or would that actually be you yourself even? I don't know.
Well, I'm kind of feeling like I think what he's saying here too is that, it seems as though the problem right now is maybe with communication. I don't know if you have somebody in particular in mind in the love department right now, Merwin, that, maybe communications just have not been getting through or somebody has not been contacting you. I think that's part of the problem. And you're feeling, with the Queen of Pentacles reversed, I think you're feeling kind of a feeling of loss right now, or feeling lost because of that. But I sense that that's
The level of confidence and potential to
Yeah.
be successful is strong, though. So it's really just a matter of kind of putting some of that aside or working through it on a certain level. No?
I was looking at Monster's comment. I'm sorry. Anyway,
Oh, where's that at?
Mad Max Tarot.
Oh, the Mad Max. No, I didn't see that. Oh, yes. Only if it has Charlize Theron in it.
Well, anyway, so, I think that the problem right now is communication. And somehow it's broken down. And whether it's something that you've done to make that happen or it's something the other person has done.
Communication may be broken down, and it's also possible, too, that some amount of motivation or willingness to inspire and create is also suffering. But the will to succeed is what's your strongest suit right now. And so the thing is like I just said a moment ago, you just kind of need to work through some of that and keep thinking about where your energy really lies. You have magnificent energy, you have fire energy with you with those wands. And now Banshee has the Lenormand.
Well, I mean, it's good news in a way. I sense here, look at that. You got the heart, which is really wonderful. But then you've got the home. I was going to say, you love your home. Home is where the heart is, and it seems to me that maybe that means that, love is not that far away, that it's close by.
Well, I'm thinking that since love was first and the home was 2nd, that means that something like home, like people that you like or situations of your home will come into your heart. That the trappings of peace of your home will be in your heart or are in your heart. In other words, maybe the person is right there somehow family in a sense that comes to you. I don't know.
Well, the other possibility too is that it's possible, this might be somebody that you have invited into your home once upon a time that will resurface.
Hi, solar plexus, and thank you for the cute compliment.
I guess I don't see it yet because my computer's slow.
Right there.
Hey, solar plexus, welcome. I'll get you on the list.
That's a good thought too, January girl. I kind of like that idea. Hi, Jenna.
Oh, yeah? Merwin, I think that January girl is onto something too. That is a possibility. I would maybe feel more strongly about that if I had seen more signs of that in this reading. But I do sense that, through your confidence and through a feeling of, you deserve a win, you deserve a great relationship, that, you will attract it eventually. I think you got to keep that positive 6 of Wands attitude.
You can keep making jam if you want, but it should be the darkest berries or currants you can find.
Oh, jeez.
Yes.
There
Sweeten
he
them up.
goes.
Sweeten them up if you want, though.
There he goes. All right, that's what we have for you today, Merwin. I hope that helps. And hey, Kayla, you are up. And then we have, I'll go through the list. January Girl is after Kayla, then Gina, Balkis, Laura, Chrissy, Masonic, Chikari, Am, Lakeisha, K-Dash, if they've come back, Libra Cusp, and Solar Plexus. And Jenna has arrived. Hello, Jenna.
Okay, so Kayla, I have my deck out. Should I just go ahead and do that?
Sure, go ahead.
Kayla would like a general.
Okay, I see that.
Here we go. Oh, blueberry jam with maybe a little bit of the lemon curd on the side. Ooh, I want that.
Wow, sounds wonderful.
Yes, I've heard of that somewhere, like blueberry with a little bit of lemon in it somewhere. I don't remember where I heard that. Must have been on Chopped or one of those baking shows.
Because I'm always watching, if I'm not watching ghost shows, I'm watching baking shows.
We missed our walk today, Jenna. We normally take a walk, but today we just didn't have time for
It
that.
was gloomy and
Gloomy
somewhat
here.
wet still. We were having a couple of rainy days here, but it was warmer. And tomorrow it's going to get up to 68 and sunny.
Woohoo!
So you know after work I'll be out there or on my lunch break.
Mm-hmm.
I have a cute picture to share on Twitter. It's just a picture I took out of my patio today. My tree is shedding and dropping its leaves for me for Beltane. It's just this nice shower of beautiful pink leaves or pink flower petals all over the place, which I think is really cute, beautiful.
I like that picture so much, I shared it on my Facebook today.
I just took it today. So you
Yeah,
must
and I
be
shared it
talking.
today. The one with the flowers down there?
Oh, that was one I took from yesterday.
Oh, okay.
There's one today with them all over the place because there's so much more.
80. That's awesome.
Oh my goodness, Kayla, what kind of reading is this again, General?
It's a general reading.
Holy
Okay.
moly, Kayla.
So you have Temperance upright. Beautiful card.
Next,
You have the Eight of Pentacles upright.
next.
And you have the Ace of Swords. And these are all very well aspected cards for a general reading, especially.
Yeah.
Do you want to start?
I mean, I'm seeing a lot of balance, within. It seems as though if you're not in a good place right now, you will be as far as emotional, even keel goes, temperament, everything looks good. And it looks like you're hard at work on something, Kayla. Hard at work, whether it's a new job, whether it's, in your current job, whether it's a special project that you're working on.
Or you may be asked to learn some new skills or be given some new tasks that will advance some skills.
And what's that?
The Ace of Swords.
What's that? Victory is
Victory.
assured.
A new project or an undertaking that seems assured to be successful.
Some really positive stuff here. Win, 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 I say.
Congratulations, Jenna.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But Kayla, you have some seriously great cards here. So we're going to pull a Lenormand and see if we get anything a little bit more on that. It just seems like I said, like maybe there's a new goal for you that, and I don't know if it's coming from a workplace or just a goal you set for yourself, but it just really seems like it's a good aspect.
Whatever it is you're applying yourself to, hey, even relationships and getting out there, that requires work. So, and planning.
Yeah, these are really good cards.
They're very good cards.
And we have Lenormand.
Well, this is interesting, Kayla. So we have the anchor right there. And we have the rider. And the rider and the anchor, so basically I pulled the anchor first. It looks as though you're going to be receiving some good news soon that is going to make you feel a lot more stable and secure. This could be involved with finances or investments, things like that. Something that but it could also be about anything. Like if you were wondering about somebody you were in a relationship with, if they really loved you, this is a sign that, there's security. There's comfort in knowing you're secure. You're secure with that person. You're secure with the situation. And there's going to be some news to confirm that, whatever it is.
If you were thinking about making any kind of move, and I don't know if that would be a job move under the current situation or any kind of move, I'm thinking that this card is saying, stick around, stay in place, don't do it right away, because there is this news coming, and the news may actually give you a different idea or take you in a different direction. Or maybe the news is about you staying in place because something else is coming shortly.
Right, maybe because you're getting a promotion or more money
Which
or
I
something.
saw that with maybe the skill sets being learned or something like that.
Yeah.
So very interesting. And even Mr. Monster said congrats to Jenna. That was so nice. Thank you. Congrats and again, Jenna. Good job. Alrighty, so let's move on.
We are moving. We are moving.
And
we
thank
are
you,
on
Kayla.
January
Hope that
Girl
helped
now.
you. January Girl. Oh, Awesome. Yes, I remember you telling us about some of your stuff before too.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know. Everything
Good
is
luck.
looking good.
It
Keep
really does look
working
good,
on it.
yeah.
Because that Eight of Pentacles there is like the card of just keep at it. Keep working towards your goal.
So I understand music, so I guess that means that they want you to learn how to sing another range above the one you sing, right? No problem. No, I'm kidding. I don't understand music. Okay, we're going to use your deck,
Oh, sure.
or I could use my Nefertari.
No. No. We're going to use the Golden Girls. I like to be able to clear the air.
This would be a good one. In-laws,
Oh, okay.
ex-in-laws.
Yep, okay.
Golden Girls for the ex-in-laws.
Will they ever be open to me? So do we want to do a yes, no, or do we want to just look at 3 cards? Sounds complicated.
Yeah, well, we could do both if we think we have the
Okay,
time
let's
to,
do
yeah.
3 cards first, see what we get. We might want to ask the yes, no question then. Well, they're a little stiff, and it's funny because they're very thin, but they're just a little stiff. Today, these
welcome,
cards are a
Kayla.
lot of fun. And for those who've never seen the Golden Girls, you need to
Find them.
pull it up and binge watch the Golden Girls. You're welcome, Kayla. Always good to give good, happy news.
Yeah, that sounds really exciting. So I hope you'll come back and tell us how things went. In another life, I thought I could be a singer. Thought is the operative word.
And a keyboard player.
We won't even talk about that one.
All right. Well, struggling around the sun, man. Well. This is very interesting indeed. Let's see. We might want to do that. Yes, no. We got the 10 of Swords upright. The next card was Temperance reversed. And then we have the 7 of Swords reversed. 10 of Swords was upright. Yeah, I don't know why you did that.
Well, it's just the way I was doing it.
Okay, so the 10 of Swords upright indicates a real kind of, do you feel like you were stabbed in the back by them or something? I mean, feel like there's some real hurt going on here anyway.
Hi, Rory.
Oh, hi, Rory.
We can add you, I
Welcome to
think.
the show. We'll put you on the list, Rory, but it is a big list. But if you hang with us, we should be able to get to everybody on the list so far.
So with Temperance reversed,
Well, Temperance reversed is basically emotions out of balance. There was a lot of acting out going on here, I think, and
well, it's a big stab in the back, maybe, because there's also this too.
that was reversed.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Well, that still could be indicative of what
I
happened
feel that's
there.
like a maybe a possibility for somebody trying, it may be
Make
showing
amends.
your attempts at reconciling or trying to get things back on an even keel, or their attempts. But it seems like there's a world of pain and hurt here to get through. So I'm not feeling very positive about it from what I see here. Do you want to do that quick yes, no, and just
Yeah, let's
see?
do that. I'm going to use my Nefertari.
All right.
Take those back.
So I'm not seeing it there.
Yeah,
Now-
in terms of that question, I would say that maybe they think you have to make amends.
And after we're done with this reading, I'll go over the list again so everybody knows where they're at.
Wow, a number of people dropped off, so they may get put down to the bottom if they come back. Did you want to shuffle? Or should I just do it?
I will shuffle. I want this yes, no to be...
Right now, it sort of looks to me with that one card that they think you should make amends somehow. That's the feeling I get, but I'm going to do the yes or no to see if we can clarify that.
Will they ever be open to me is the question. So let's see what we get. I want to see them. You know, it's really looking like a no.
It's looking like a no. I'm getting the feeling here that to some degree, they really feel like you broke their heart or you really hurt them somehow.
And this doesn't mean that's really true. That's
Right,
just
exactly.
How,
I totally
keep
want to say
that in
that.
mind, January girl. That's just how they feel. I feel like, you know, go ahead.
So-
you were on something. I don't want to interrupt.
So possibly the father-in-law type is maybe overly aggressive or aggressive when he doesn't need to be, wrongfully aggressive. Possibly the mother-in-law.
I don't know what card that
That's
is.
the Queen of Cups.
Okay, did we
reversed.
tell everybody what the cards were?
No, we probably didn't.
So we've got the Knight of Swords reversed, we've got the Nine of Cups reversed, and we've got the Queen of Cups reversed, right?
So that first card where I said that they feel like they're hurt or let down or brokenhearted, that was the Nine of Cups reversed. That's what tells me that. When I said the father-in-law was maybe hasty, impulsive, overly aggressive, negative, that was the Knight of Swords. The mother-in-law maybe has problems with her temperament and maybe she overimagines things. And yeah, I think it's totally on their side. I really feel strongly that.
Well, January girl, I'm looking at this and I see that, you know, there's been some injustice done. You know, somebody feels something unfair has been done. And I'm going to read this a little bit differently than Mr. O, but the Nine of Cups, when I saw that reversed, I felt that this really means if it is your desire to...
Okay.
If it is your desire to be in touch with them again or for them to be back in touch, it doesn't seem like it's going to happen because that's like a wish card reversed. And I do think a woman is involved here more than the male.
The sisters-in-law.
Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, your sisters-in-law. Okay.
They're
all
being
right.
influenced by him, I think, and that's why they feel like it's filtered only through him, so they're only getting, you know, how he feels about it.
Well, I do know, yeah. So I do feel that it's not likely. But let me throw the Lenormand and see if it shines any more light on this. All right.
Yeah, it doesn't look really great.
No, and this doesn't either because I have the star here. Well, it's not bad. And I have the crossroads. The crossroads just means that decisions have to be made, you know? And I would say, you know, go in the direction of something that makes you happy and feel lighter. I'm getting the feeling that you may have to let this go and move on to something else, you know? Keep hope alive in the back of your heart, but maybe for now, I would just let it go.
It seems to me like your destiny, the star card, is maybe to move down the road. To
move on. Yeah.
So sorry if that wasn't the answer you wanted, but I know you probably mostly just wanted to know where you sat with those other, you know, former relatives of yours. And I know that too.
Well,
I've been fortunate to be on better relations with two of my ex-sister-in-laws. For a while there, it wasn't easy, but they were really better than both of those brothers. So I just have to say that.
So just for now, at any rate, it just seems like nothing's going to happen. But you know what? Time changes, time heals wounds.
A snapshot in time.
Right, tarot's a snapshot in time, so we never say never. But honestly, right now it's not looking like things are going to move in the direction you would like them to, JG. Sorry.
All right.
That's what we
That's
have
what we
for
have for
you.
you.
And we are moving on to Gina.
And we have just about a few minutes left in our first hour, so we hope to get through everybody.
We will. I'm going to go over the list.
All right.
It's Gina, Balkis, Laura, Chrissy, Masonic, Jakari, Am, Lakeisha, Kay, Libra if they're back, Solar Plexus, Jenna, and Rory.
Oh,
And that's
you're
it.
welcome.
No more names will be added to this list today.
About 10 or 11 down, Rory, so you'll probably be closer to the end of the hour. You're welcome.
So if you want to come back, but be careful because sometimes if people leave, we move through the list faster.
Right. If you're not here when we call for you, you end up going to the bottom of the list. So it's a chance you take.
But I understand people can't sit here for a couple hours with
Sure.
us. Hey, let's see. General vitality reading. Okay. Wow.
Far more than your wrist.
Okay. Let's take a look at that, Gina. I think I'll use mine.
I mean, we will hopefully get to you, Rory. We just can't guarantee, but...
No, we
we're
will
gonna
get
try.
to you,
Yeah.
Rory. I've said you're the last name on the list. So we will get to you. And did I forget to ask somebody?
No, Rory was the last one.
Rory was the
and
last
then,
one? Okay.
Before that was...
Jenna.
It's been a while. Yeah,
Okay, then I did it right.
so we're good.
Sorry.
Okay, so the vitality reading.
Okay, Gina. Pass over to Mr. O.
Flick of the wrist. That's an old song by Queen.
Flick of the wrist, eh? Why
Do you
don't
remember that one?
No, I don't remember that one.
You know, everybody forgot the music they made after Night at the Opera. So if it was on the first three albums, they're like, that's Queen? Really?
Oh. I've got it.
Ah, thank you. Good luck to you.
Oh my gosh, Gina, this is so awesome. All right, first I want to show you, you have the Three of Swords, but it's reversed. I'm going to put it down the right way. Look at this one, Mr. O. We've got Judgment upright. And we have the Sun upright. Wow. I think, when you live wisely and you treat yourself right, good things are bound to happen. Judgment is kind of a card of, what you sow, you reap. And so, you take good care of yourself. You take good care of yourself, you heal. And it shows that you have been healing quite well and that things are going to start looking up for you.
Well, even the sun itself is a sign of good health.
Yeah.
So it can imply good healing. I'm just digging on the little babies floating up to heaven there. I like that. So to me, that card just says, like, yes, there is life again. Life comes back, and good health is a good auspice for you, and the healing card. So I think that's all really good there for you. Let me see. Far more than your wrist. Do tell, Gina. What, are you in contact with the spirits now?
Well, it just looks like it's such a vibe of healing here that
Really?
one way or another, you are on the right track. Like, for example, if you realize there's something else going on, you probably already have some kind of treatment plan in place, and you're going to be going in the right direction. Really.
So let's do
looks
the letter
good.
and see what's up.
Well, I don't know how to say this other than you've got the rider
More news.
and you've got the whip. And you know what this makes me think of? Breaking news. You know, on the newscast, they have breaking news.
Breaking news, it's no
And-
longer broke.
Yeah. I like that. But the thing is that some big news is coming to you soon, and it's going to be a surprise, I think. I don't think it's going to necessarily be bad, but sometimes with the whip, you know, it could be surprising. It could be a little bit startling. Maybe unexpected would be a better word. So, you know, just be prepared for something.
Gina, may I say a Catherine the Great joke? No, I guess I better not. She doesn't know history, so she doesn't know.
What? Do you...
Who's Catherine the Great?
I'm
What was
not-
that reference about? Rider and whip. Yeah.
I just want
That's
you
very
to
much a
know
question.
that when I was in high school, I was this one history teacher's part of the Big Five, he called us, because we were the best in the class. Just saying.
Tell us something about Catherine the Great.
She was great.
Good save, Banshee. Good save.
You're not going to test my skills on...
Well, you know, if TFT Tarot for
God,
Today,
he's making my eyes water.
if we
That's
had
okay.
an after-hours segment, I would tell you everything about Catherine the Great, and some of you would probably be, oh,
So,
Mr. O.
oh, Mr. O.
Let's move on.
We're moving on because we got to get going. All right. So we are on Balkis. Balkis,
And ma'am,
are...
did you go and Google Catherine the Great? So now you know.
Balkis, Laura, Chrissy, Masonic, Jakari, Am, Lakeisha K, Libra, Solar Plexus, Jenna, and Rory. And we're moving along.
Supposedly, it's really supposedly a rumor. It's not true. Now everybody's going to be like, what the hell?
They're all going to look it up now. They're going to leave the live stream.
You're
and look
welcome,
it up.
Gina. No, if you leave the live stream, well, then somebody else will get your turn. So,
So who are we on, did I say?
thought you said Balkis.
Balkis. I hope you're still with us.
Balkis, I hope you're here.
Balkis sometimes goes.
I'm going to put their name in because we're on a roll and we want to keep rolling.
I see Masonic's here. Where's Balkis?
Masonic is after Balkis, right?
Further down.
Whoops, sorry.
Come on, Balkis. Please be responding
Much
now.
love to you, Gina.
And
You're
you,
always
Gina.
fun. All of you guys are always fun. That's why we like doing this show so much. And we're going to give Balkis another moment.
Last chance, Balkis. This is your final notice. And
Okay, we'll have to move them down.
okay, we are on Laura.
Hi, Laura. I know you're here.
What you got for us, Laura? Oh, Sonny, I'm going to slide you over just.
Oh. Okay, go ahead with your request.
Yep, go ahead with your question.
General. We're going to use your cards again.
Oh, did we just use them?
Then we can use another deck.
I just asked, did we just use them? I don't even remember.
We did.
Use one of yours, son.
Alrighty. Oh, darn it.
Gina! Oh no! Balkis is here. Okay.
Laura, we're going to do Balkis first,
We're going to
Laura.
do Balkis, Laura, and we'll get right to you after. Sorry. Laura noticed.
Thanks, Laura. Thanks,
What
Balkis.
kind of project will make you rich? Hey, when you find out yours, I might steal it from you.
When I find the answer, I'll sell it to you.
We all need that one. Okay.
And you know who is looking at himself on the monitor.
Aw.
Then he heard me. Go back and look.
Stare at the
Thank you, Laura.
Well, you're lucky, Balkus, because once we would have started with Laura, you would have been out of luck. But you caught it just at the last possible moment.
Isn't this guy the best?
He is.
He is the best.
There.
3 cards, right?
Yep.
Something to make money. Interesting.
Well, let's see what we have here. So what is that? That's the 3 of Wands reversed.
Yes. So there's going to be some delays, whatever it is.
It's going to take some time.
Yeah.
And then the Queen of Swords is upright.
Have to be a strong decision maker.
And the 6 of Pentacles upright. You know, it's interesting because,
That shows that maybe either somebody's going to give you a helping hand to get you started, or that you're going to do well enough to where you will be able to be a benefactor to others.
Well, but I'm wondering now that, if you're wondering about a project that can make money, maybe it's some way to promote others or to give back to others in some way.
Well, the Queen of Swords is a decisive person who makes decisions and judgments and who has the quality of being able to be fair, to not show favor towards any of the sides involved in the question. So a good PR agent would probably be that magnanimous to be able to say, I'm working with the raw talent I have. The only thing that troubles is just that it's going to take a little while, I think.
Yeah, it sounds like that your success is going to come later. And it's going to, I also think that it may have to, the other thing about the 6 of Pentacles is a card of giving, which means you're going to have to give something in order to get something. It's like the law, it's just like the law of give and take. What you give out, you get back.
You got to give a little to get a little.
And so I also, when I see this, though, I can't help but think, if you're not going to be involved in some kind of financial thing, whether it's some kind of philanthropy or whether, in some philanthropic exercise that maybe, you would, I'm not going to say you would necessarily get rich, but, you would do well for yourself in that environment, perhaps.
Well, we live in the kind of country here where like people can make money by giving away money or by helping other people get money. I don't want to sound cynical about it, but it is kind of true that sometimes that's what happens, is that people do have an ability to direct materials, funding to other sources. And so this could be a job with a level of management of some sort. So it may be that when you get into a management type level and you're not there yet, you either have some delays in your education or your process getting there, but that's probably where you'll find your money.
Well, and my other option is working with financial matters, working with money. A loan officer, somebody who, because, it's interesting because that sword card was there. So it's like fairly distributing money to people, who are asking for help and assistance.
There is an aspect of balance to that card, Am. So that's kind of an interesting observation. Because if you think about it, a person who is able to help others is sort of creating a balance.
Right.
So I like that. And certainly creating harmony, which is also a balance.
Well, interestingly enough, I drew the Tower and I drew the Bear. Now, sometimes the Bear is about, besides it being about personal power, it can also be about financial power and well-being. And it almost seems like, I hate to say it, but welcome to the corporate world, Balkus.
Yeah, we kind of touched on that with the other cards, but the Tower represents institutions. And of course, the Bear is what she says. So the idea is that probably you're going to some level of management or administration in order to be able to create your mark.
That's what it looks like. That's what I would say.
That's another good point too, Am. I like that one too. And so we're actually having a little bit of tarot together in the chat room.
Yeah, I
So
like
that's
it. I
kinda
like it.
neat.
By all means,
And
give
we-
each other advice.
And we certainly want anyone to speak up too if they have
Yeah.
a thought about a card, about something we're saying, because we can discuss that. So thank you, MM, and thank you, Balkus.
Yeah, thank you, Balkus. That's what we have for you today. I don't know if that helped or not, but I seriously see some kind of financial career, one
Yeah,
way or
that's what it looks
another.
like.
And Laura, you are up.
And thank you, Laura, for letting us take care of Balkus. So
Yeah,
you had
thanks,
asked
Laura.
your question earlier, if I
Oh, yeah,
recall
you
right.
did.
Just going back to
General.
you retracted. General, okay.
We got you,
General.
Laura. General reading coming
right.
up.
And you're welcome, Balkus.
So
we're
my-
going to use
my deck?
a deck of yours.
Yep.
So thank you again, Laura, and we're doing you right now.
Okay, I gotta move the cat. Sorry. There. Yep, we've got you. There.
Yeah, we see that, Laura. Thank you.
Uh-oh, I dropped a card, I think. Do you see it?
Hold on.
I'll get it. It's okay.
No, I'm going to look.
Oh,
Yeah, I see it.
are you stepping on my card? What did you pull? All right, what did I
didn't pull
drop?
that.
The Queen of Wands.
I didn't pull that.
The Queen of Wands. Somebody very Wow. No wonder I'm dropping cards.
He reminds me of a certain friend that used to come by and visit years ago, and they would just fall on our couch. They would just fall, and you could hear the whole thing move. They just flop down.
Oh, you're welcome, ma'am.
No, Jenna,
and thanks
you did
for your
not.
observations as well. You know, it's all about sharing. I
No.
learned so much from the other tarot readers on Twitter that I follow. And, I'd like to think we're all just, learning and growing from each other.
No, Jenna,
supporting
you didn't
each
miss your
other.
turn.
No, Jenna, we're still winding through the list.
You know, us old folks are kind of pokey, and we like to talk a lot, so.
How many people are ahead of you? Jeez, oh, Pete's, Jenna, you were at the bottom. Let's see. We're on Laura now, so after Laura's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 people are in front of you. Sorry.
What are we ever going to do? Did I cut him?
You were supposed to cut him. Yeah, I shuffled. All right.
Ooh. Ooh.
Uh-oh. Well, that's an interesting mess.
Combination.
What's that one?
A giraffe, it's the 3 of Pentacles.
Oh. Well, we've got okay. So we've got the 4 of Cups reversed. But then we have Death reversed. And we have the 3 of Pentacles. So
Upright.
So it's a general reading. Well, it's really interesting because the 4 of Cups is kind of like a return to action from sitting back and maybe taking a break from things. Like things are starting to get back to normal routine.
Well, it's also about making a decision.
Sometimes normal routine again. And then we have the Death card, which is reversed, and it's about not moving anywhere.
Were you thinking about the 4 of Swords?
I look at the 4 of Cups and the 4 of Swords very similarly.
Okay, because to me the 4 of Cups does imply reverse making a decision after choices.
To me, the 4 of Swords is about kind of maybe getting back to the swing of things after a period of recuperation or,
A period of contemplation.
Well, that's what I think the 4 of Cups is, because he's staring at the cups and not wanting
But
to
that's
take
what I'm
them.
talking about.
Right.
Never
But I
mind,
just
never
mentioned
mind,
about the
never mind.
difference. We're having a debate here. It's a divine debate. We're having a debate about the 4 of Cups and the
you
4
get
of
points if you
Swords.
side with me. No.
No, I was just trying to show my difference in opinion here. But you go. Why don't you go ahead with your interpretation,
Death
Mr.
reversed would seem to indicate that there's a lot of inertia and
Quarantine.
things slowing down. It's the quarantine, yes. Yet at the same time, this one seems to act like, but somewhere in your mind at least, you're moving ahead. Maybe it's elsewhere like Banshee thinks. But with the Three of Pentacles upright, to me, that seems to indicate that you have some tasks to do, or that people are expecting you to do your best because they know you can do your best.
Yeah, I think that, the thing is, I think the key to all of this is how hard you're willing to work and how much of your best foot forward you want to put into something. That's the Three of Pentacles. And, right now has been a time where a lot of things are stagnating. And I feel like, now that things are going to possibly be righting themselves again with the Four of Cups reversed, that maybe he's right. You'll have some decisions you'll have to make, or you're going to have to just decide what your next moves are going to be.
Well, for me, this feeling is more like you have been thinking about things, but you wanted to be in that mode of contemplation. Now you're like, I think I've spent enough time. I processed it so much.
So you're going to be able to get out. That's
Good
awesome.
For you, yeah.
Yeah.
Good for you.
So I'm thinking that, some of this is, just what's been going on, but it looks as though some decision is coming up and some move, whether it's a physical move or just, a move in your life that you want to make. But put your best foot forward, make sure that if you're going to make some important decision or move, that it's something you really want to do, that you're passionate about, and that you're really going to work hard at.
So we're going to do the Lenormand.
Yeah, I think we'll have to wear masks too when we get out, and it might be the 15th for us, but just not sure what's going on in my state right now.
I'm probably going to go back to a closed building where we will be getting ready to open around the 15th too. So we're kind of in a similar thing there.
Well, what's this I see, Laura? I see an anchor. And I see the heart. So I don't know if you're between relationships right now or just not much is going on. It seems as though whatever the case may be, whether you're in a relationship or not, that situation's going to remain about the same for a while, because the anchor's kind of a card of staying in place.
First?
The anchor was actually first.
Well, I'm thinking that just means that love or something emotionally pleasant comes to where you are in place. So I just think that you're going to have a good emotional thing coming to you. I don't know if it's another relationship, a different relationship, or another aspect of a relationship you already have.
Well, all I know is I'm wearing masks and gloves wherever I go pretty much for a while because I'm just at high risk. But
I went out in public the first time Monday and I wore a mask.
Yeah.
I was in a store for about a half an hour.
Yeah, what did you see, Mr. O?
Everybody was wearing masks.
What?
Except for 3 older folks, older than me. They looked older than me, and I'm 65. And they all seemed to be disdainful, in my opinion. But everybody stayed 6 feet or more away from each other. So
Which is good. Yeah. But unfortunately, there's always some who just do not want to cooperate.
Okay,
So
well, we got to move on. So that's
we
what
are
we had
moving
for you, Laura. So I hope that helped.
And Chrissy, guess what? You're up. Hey, Chrissy, you're with us, right?
Hi, Chrissy. I hope you're still here.
And after Chrissy's Masonic, Jakari, Lakeisha, K-, Libra, Cusp, Solar, Plexus, Jenna, Rory. So let's give Chrissy a minute. You might want to put the name in.
I'm going to do that.
Probably one of your decks. Yeah, no masks is no good. Seriously, people. Everybody keeps saying, oh, we should return. We should be able to do things again. Well, then do them safely. You know what? Maybe we could get back to some normalcy if everybody would cooperate and do things appropriately. Don't put your fellow man at risk just because you want to have a good time.
And you're welcome, Laura. I hope that was helpful.
Sorry if I'm getting on my soapbox. But I've been trying to be good, not just because I want to live, which I do, but also because I don't want to be part of the problem. I don't want to give healthcare workers all this grief that they're going through right now. We should all be mindful of all the implications of what this COVID is doing.
I work in a workplace of about 100 employees, and I just had news a couple days ago that
You're
one of my
welcome, Laura.
coworkers did pass away from coronavirus, and another coworker's father passed away. And these are two coworkers who I really cared a lot about. I've known them for years, so it's very sad.
So, last call for Chrissy. Last call.
Last call for Chrissy.
I'm about to move on.
All right.
All right, we're going to move on to Masonic.
Masonic.
You are
What
up.
you got, Masonic?
Yeah, definitely. I don't know what in the world the second wave is going to look like if we really don't even get over the first wave.
What do you need to do?
To get back in shape and healthy. What a good question, Masonic. One of mine?
Sure.
Did we use yours last time?
We did.
All right. Well, let's use this one again.
All right.
After tarot.
I like the after tarot.
I know you do.
Thank you, Laura. And there's another coworker who passed away a week or so before all of this stuff started, and another substitute worker, but I'd known her for years too and was really friendly with her. And she passed away, and we don't really know that it was COVID. She had actually just retired from subbing with us, so we're not really sure.
Yeah, I only know, thankfully, it hasn't directly hit me yet. I know that there are people on campus who've had it, but there are coworkers of mine who have had deaths in their families or friends from the virus. So it's impacting around us now. We're hearing about it more than, before it was like just people we didn't know, but now it's getting closer.
Yes, I'm now aware that some of my cousins, one's a first cousin, did in fact have it. It wasn't a real big deal for them, but somebody that was the friend of one of their children died from it. So it's just so random, it's just really...
Wow, not bad. So you have the Two of Wands upright, the Ace of Cups upright, and then we have the Star reversed.
Alrighty.
Shall I let you go?
Okay. Well, it looks to me like this was general, right?
No, this was about health and well-being.
Well, okay.
What do we need to get motivated and get back in shape?
Okay, you need to find somebody who you really care about and who really cares about you and would want to do the same thing as you. You need a buddy. You need a partner to do that. You need somebody who will support you in some way, somebody who has your best wishes, your best goals at heart. And it's going to be hard. You're going to be discouraged because I happen to know from my own point of view that very many people don't have an interest in working out until maybe, it's too late for them to make a good benefit. But at any age, you can make a good benefit by working out. So even if you can't find that other person, you should absolutely try to pursue that.
If I could lose weight at my age, you can too. So I'm just saying, you just have to be motivated to do it and find the right path. And I think that's what the Two of Wands is about. In a way, it's about finding that balance, that thing that works for you. Whether it's something like a diet program like Weight Watchers, whether it's a workout, whether it's a combination of two things, because you do have the two there. And I like what he said about the buddy system. I think that definitely applies in this case. I guess I would look at the Ace of Cups as saying to me that maybe what this will do, is not only are you working on your body, but you're needing also to work on your mind and your emotions. And the great thing about working out and getting in shape is you feel better mentally and physically. So that should be your goal, is to look at body, mind, and spirit here. And this card is very similar, my message to you, Masonic. It's basically it's based to me it is basically don't with if you don't see results right away, or if it's going really slow, do not get discouraged, because it takes time. You didn't get the way you were overnight, and I'm just talking like me. I did not get the way I was overnight, and it did not take overnight for me to fix it either. So do not get discouraged.
No, Chrissy, we did pass you by because you weren't here when we called. This is actually Masonic's reading. We will try to get to you. Masonic, getting back to you, the other thing that I would say is that start off easy. If you are able to get out and walk, try walking a little every day. Everybody says this is how you start. You walk a little every day. You walk a little bit more. You try to. Hey, some days you don't feel like it, so maybe you don't. But then you get back on your sound and you walk again. Eventually, once you walk more, you're more conditioned to being active. Things just start to happen for you. You'll see that. It will take a while. Don't be discouraged, really. And you can always talk to us about it, because we could actually give you some tips about things you can do at home, exercising, that you don't need equipment for necessarily.
Well, you remember how we were telling you to find a compatible person to work with? I think that's important. And something you're going to have to keep in mind here is, okay, this is the garden card. And then we have the cross card. And so what it's saying to me is that, don't let people around you, don't let naysayers around you tell you, oh, you can't do it. It's not going to work for you or whatever. It seems like some people in your social circle can be kind of negative, or, not helpful in this matter. So like I said, find the one person that really you could be compatible with, and all those naysayers, just ignore them, because you know you better than anybody else. So
I'm thinking this is the social thing, right?
yeah.
And this is sort of an ending of
Well,
things.
it's grief. It can be endings, yes.
So I'm thinking, like, the people you hang with, and they're not going to help you. They're not going to support you. I'm not saying don't be friends with them, but don't look for the support there. End the idea that those are people that will support you. It's what Banshee says. You really have to find it within yourself and support yourself. You're your own best friend, and those of us here with you now are your actual best friends. And we will support you. We will. I'll even film a YouTube video of some easy to do exercises, and I'll make sure you get a hold of that.
We should do an exercise video. That would be awesome.
Which
Exercise
tarot card?
with Oberon and Banshee. We've done medium. We might as well.
No, guess which tarot card this exercise is emulating.
Well,
No, it's not death. It just feels like death.
Sleep deprivation, exercise can help you regulate your sleep, I think, it's a big package deal here. It's what you eat and what you, and how you move around. That affects you, your body and your sleep cycle, your circadian rhythm.
So we got to move on. Thank you, Masonic.
We are going to move on. Jakari, you are next. And Chrissy, you just missed
You
your
missed
turn.
it by about 3 minutes or so.
Yeah.
We had started and pulled the other person's cards.
We tried to hang on. We did.
Okay, what has
But we have a
Mackenzie
big
thought of
list,
it?
and we had to keep moving.
That's the problem, is we can't really wait too long because we get a big list here. Okay, so I got Jakari's message here,
Got it.
and I'm shuffling these cards.
So we are going to go fast, Chrissy, and if I can fit you at the end and you're still with us, we will. And we're doing okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. We might be able to do it. Well, Chrissy, there is, after Jakari, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. There's 7 people, but I think one of them
May not show.
May not show.
All right. I wonder if we could get Nightbot to help us program a list somehow, or what the advantage would be if we could get somebody to do that. I don't know. We'll have to think about that because
We've
this
talked
is the
about
problem.
that before with Mr. Monster, I think.
We are in the Metro Detroit area. We're in a southern suburb known as the Downriver area. We're about 25 minutes, half an hour from downtown Detroit.
We were born and raised in Detroit. Oh, I have to cut. I'm sorry. And lived a good part of our lives in Detroit proper. So, but we've moved down what we call downriver of Detroit. And we are pretty near the Detroit River, actually.
Okay, well, Mackenzie, the Gemini, that almost looks like themselves in a way. The Page of Swords, I guess they think that there's something maybe graceful or pleasing about you, that they find that you have like a dancer vibe to them maybe, or something like that. But they also feel that maybe you're unconventional, and that maybe you might not be serious about a relationship. I don't know if that's
it may
what
not
this
be true, but
question is about. It's what they think or
Right.
feel about you. And then finally, also too, maybe they have a slightly negative opinion. Like maybe they think that you give up some things too easily, like, or that you don't have a real clear goal for yourself. Madam Banshee, what do you see here?
well,
No, we're not from Florida.
Yeah, yeah. No, I guess what I'm looking at this is Nine of Wands reversed is a card of like not being prepared or something.
Not being effective.
And this is what they think of. So I'm wondering if they feel that they are not feeling ready for any type of commitment or relationship, and it might be because they themselves are looking, I guess I'm going a different direction than Mr. O here, that they themselves are looking at something a little bit more loose or unconventional.
Oh, maybe that's it. Maybe
And-
they're the ones that don't want to be settled down.
Yeah, I'm feeling that they just don't seem to want to settle down right now.
They're into more of a free kind of relationship, possibly. So but see, I thought these were things that they thought about Jakari, maybe. I don't know. Because that's what the question
Oh,
was.
wait a minute.
What does Mackenzie
Thought
think
of
of
you.
them? See, and I thought like, okay, dancer vibe, not conventional, maybe doesn't have a plan or doesn't see where their goals are going or
Well-
effectiveness.
Maybe.
Are we do you think that sounds like Mackenzie?
I'm
to
kind
you?
of feeling like that it still could be that maybe a message is going to be received about just
Right, because pages are messages too. They're not nearly always people, of course.
like keeping it looser or more freeform.
So that could be it too, that maybe they're just really not into having a one-on-one. They want to play the field, so to speak, you know.
They have a very freeform attitude right now towards you. And I feel like they're not prepared for maybe not to go any further with it right now. Just to leave things where they are and keep communication lines open. I really do believe they're definitely open to continuing a dialogue and a friendship maybe with you.
And MM has chipped in and suggests that maybe they're just not defensive or doesn't have boundaries with others. So that's kind of interesting too, because in a way, MM, that kind of goes along with their sort of unconventional attitude. That's actually something I might not have considered, but I feel a ring of truth there. So we're going to throw the Lenormand for Jakari now, so we can get this together. We got a half an hour to try to get everybody
the spy
in.
aspect. Yeah. Wow. That would be pretty devious.
Oh my goodness, that's a very cool observation. I don't know if Jakari would agree with that, but
Well, I
maybe.
would say, Jakari, that maybe, what I would say about that is maybe they are keeping their eye on you, and I think that's in a positive light that, they're interested. There is interest. It's just that right now they're not ready to go much further with things.
MM, I think I want you to take over the show with Banshee because you're doing really great.
go, Am. I'm not going to boot him to the
How
curb. I could
interesting.
not do that to Mr. O.
I could become the producer. That's
Oh, no. I trust Mr. Monster. Well, now here's
don't trust
something
me?
very interesting. Jakari, I have the gentleman, which could just be a suitor or somebody like this person, and I've got the bouquet, which means that there could be a
they're
gift.
gonna make their move.
They could make a move sometime in the future. I saw that. Was that you?
Yeah, it was.
He's knocking our camera. So anyway, there could be something, but I'm just not seeing it imminently, but I think that it could be leading to him making a move someday. If that's what you want.
Thank you, Am.
And if it's about something else entirely, I do think this person will show some appreciation to you in some way and give you a gift of appreciation.
Yeah, I could go with that. I mean, I definitely think there's something appreciative going on there. Thank you, MM. And if you IM me your address, the check will be in the mail. Thank you.
Okay, so we are done. Okay, so wait a minute. So Jakari, we are done with Jakari. I see this note from Solar Plexus. So do you have to leave? Is that what you're saying?
Are they the next person?
No, they are not. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 people in front of you, Solar Plexus.
Yeah, so how about this? I don't do this a whole lot, but Solar Plexus, if you can possibly write to our Facebook page, we have a mailbox there. Maybe I could just do your reading there as a one-off. I did that recently for somebody else. I'm only offering that to you, Solar Plexus, if you can get there. But we'll see. That's just throwing it out there. Let's move on
but
to the next
otherwise
person.
we're going to move on and, check back in if you've got to make dinner. I see that you want a general love reading. We could do it with you gone if you want to check our stream.
And then just check the stream later.
Yeah.
So, but that'll be a few more readings down.
And you would know that it would be sometime in this last half hour. Okay.
Okay, let's
So
get on to the next one.
you are up.
MM. Now you get to help us read your own cards.
You're welcome, Jakari. I hope that helped.
What impression do you give others? I'm going to use my Nefertari for that.
Mine back. I'm going to get out the gold. Where's my Golden Girls? Oh, there it is.
Nighty night, Gina.
Take care, Gina. See you in the Twitterverse.
No, Am, you can. Yes, you can.
Oh, you know what, Am? Just keep practicing at it. Do goofy questions even. Just keep practicing at it. You can be honest with yourself. Trust me. Trust me. It's not that hard to do because who knows you better than you? And I know sometimes it's hard to look at, say, the tower.
What about Lily?
What about what?
Lily has shown up. We're not sure, Lily.
Oh, Lily, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to fit you in tonight. I'm sorry. Thank you for joining us. You might want to check us out on Sunday from 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or next Thursday from 7 to 9. If you subscribe, you get notifications and you could join us in the beginning of the broadcast and get on the list earlier.
Yeah, we're sorry, Lily, but we are pretty much booked for our remaining 25 minutes. But thank you for coming and asking. And go ahead and cut.
I sure am. Okay.
We have the Star upright.
Star upright. Gosh.
We have the Emperor upright. Oh my goodness.
Whoa!
And I'm going to have to say something, Am. A card dropped out, and I looked at it, but I went on shuffling. The card was the Five of Wands, and that to me said, oh, you're kind of in a field where there's an interchange of people, or people think of you as an equal on some level.
Let's talk turkey, Am. You've got 3 major arcana cards here, and all of them are upright. One you may not like.
We may be. Reconnection successful.
Okay. Hi, we got disconnected for a minute.
There might have been a glitch there.
You
This
all
has
with
never
us, I
happened.
hope.
Well,
Right. Holy cannoli.
well, the tower suggests
I'm
something to learn.
Yeah. So, but here's the deal. You were wondering about impressions you leave with people. I think that basically the star is saying you've got star quality. You know, people see the light in you shining forth. It's a really, really nice card. And the Emperor, they also see you as a person who is you have a lot of leadership qualities about you. They feel confident in your abilities to lead and to teach them maybe, how to be safer and secure. The Tower is also interesting because it's upright to me. And basically what it means is, when these crises occur when the tower is struck by lightning, you learn from it. You don't just fall apart and crumble like the walls of the tower. You pick yourself up and you don't make those same mistakes twice.
The tower is always about a major lesson, and when it's this way, it usually means you learn that. And so this is the impression you give to people too, is that people feel that you are a wise soul, that you're wiser beyond your years, that maybe
Age is just a number. You
Age
can
is
be
just
an
a number.
old person young.
all of these cards really show that you're an old soul of some sort,
Yeah.
and that you have been tested. You have been tested. And this is why at 19 you've gravitated to tarot cards, because you have something to give with the rest of us, just like we are. We started a long time ago too. My first tarot deck was when I was 17.
Well, in those days, I was reading with regular decks of playing cards. I didn't get to the tarot till I was a little older.
So we're going to do a Lenormand and see what happens. And yeah, I'm all buzzing with energy now, so I'm over here like,
Yeah, what's up with you, Mr. O?
I get spastic.
Too much coffee?
No, I never had that extra coffee that I mentioned wanting.
Did I put the kibosh on that?
Kibosh on coffee? Yeah, you did.
Well, look at this. I have the anchor and I have the key. And so to me, again, if this is talking about how people, what impression you leave on people, they see you as being a very stable and secure person. You just exude some type of stability and security. They feel very comfortable around you.
In your present circumstance where you are now, and most of us are in a place sheltering or anchored, whether we like it or not. But I'm thinking that because of this situation, the key will come to you. That by being in this place at this time, someone will bring the key to you, the key that shows you something. So I'm thinking some knowledge, some way will come to you, and it will come from the environment you're in. You won't have to go to find that. It will come to you in a way.
So that's it. That's awesome.
That was pretty awesome.
Pretty nice reading, I have to say, ma'am. And hey,
Lakeisha?
oh, Lakeisha's on it.
Right on it. All right, Lakeisha.
Thank you, Lakeisha, so that we can keep moving this train forward.
Yes.
So after Lakeisha, I have, is that true that I have K-Dash? And then I have Libra Cusp. I don't think K-Dash is here unless she came back. So
Libra,
that's why I'm
maybe.
thinking after Lakeisha will probably be Libra if they're back. And then Solar Plexus, Jenna, and Rory, and Chrissy.
Right, K-Dash never mentioned that they were back. So
You're
they may
welcome,
not have
ma'am.
been back. You are very welcome. That was a really fun reading, too. Okay, this is a yes or no.
Yes, it is. Yes or no? Oh, I was going to use mine this time, but that's okay.
Would you rather?
No, we've already started. A new car.
Welcome to Family Feud, everybody.
Okay.
And somebody may just drive out of here in a brand new
He's
car.
given my secrets. My guilty pleasure is that I watch Family Feud on TV. It's just for fun. I love the questions and the silliness and Steve Harvey's very bad jokes. Okay, no, he doesn't have very bad jokes in case he ever listens to this. I like Steve Harvey. And I just do it for fun
You're good,
because
Jenna. Don't
after
worry.
a tough day at work, I like to unwind and just laugh a little. Gotta laugh.
Great minds watch Family Feud.
Maybe. This mine does.
Our consensus is we all are great minds.
You want me to count them out quick?
Sure. All right.
All right.
Lakeisha, will you be getting a new car in the next couple months? Let's take a look.
Something's going to be happening.
There's movement. I don't know if it's in a car.
Well, it's leaning towards no, but this is a interesting bunch of cards here for a no. You have the Six of Wands upright, and you have the Fool upright. And then you had the Ace of Wands here, which
is
was
our
upright,
marker.
which is our marker for maybe yes, maybe no. Now, what I find striking about this is, if you look at the Six of Wands card, it's usually somebody riding to victory on horseback. And then you have the Fool upright, which is somebody taking off on an adventure. That's usually on foot, though, at least the Fool. So I think there's going to be still some movement towards the car. It may not happen, but something may come your way to help you out. What do you think when you see this combination
Well, that's
here?
I didn't realize that was the Six of Wands right away. I saw this one, the Fool, and I felt immediately that they suggested movement despite the fact that they were not positively saying yes. I'm wondering if maybe it moves forward slower, but through
Maybe I'll get a horse.
hey, in hard times,
Horsepower.
in hard times, we all must do what we must. But seriously, though, this could also be saying, too, that this is the card of some amount of success or victory. It may be also the card of financial... is that the...
Six of Wands is the
I'm thinking of Six of Coins.
I knew you were. Yeah.
So it's really more about being successful at another level, but the Fool says newness, new adventure.
Yeah.
Maybe the idea saying here is that what's happening will sort of make having a new car not as important. That maybe it might still be something you want, but it may not be an important thing. So I'm just wondering if that could possibly be like that.
Well, I don't know if you've had a cutback or something at work, because I have the Moon card here and I have the Scythe card here, which means, there's something cutting into your success a little bit. So in other words, there is something that is still blocking you from getting this car, whether it's an inability to get a loan that you might need or something like that. It seems like that's where the stumbling block might be.
How do you see that moon?
The moon is like a card of success. Oftentimes it has to do with work or business, but not always.
So, and of course, that was what I thought was success too. So
Yeah.
I guess I see that. I can't get a lot of extra detail here other than the fact that I guess I'm generally just going to have to agree with you that maybe something is blocking that, but I'm just wondering if maybe events or situations will lead to the car just not being quite as important. It's not that you won't want it, but it may be that you'll understand why you have to sort of work around it.
Oh, new apartment. Well, that almost sounds like the Fool in a way, too. Yeah.
New adventure, yeah.
The new adventure, something new, branching out some other direction.
So
That's what we have for you right now, Lakeisha. Check maybe again in later this month and see if the vibe changes. But right now, it looks like
not necessarily.
but it's not a bad thing. There's going to be some.
It isn't absolutely no. It just sort of seems like it's leaning more towards no.
Right. So you could do things to change that possibility, If you're struggling to get the financing, try to think of creative options where the money could come from. If you have to work extra jobs to make it happen, think around it because there is some success for you. So we're going to move on. And
thank you too, Lakeisha, and you're welcome.
K Dash was on the list next. Kay, I'm just going to call you once because I don't think you're here.
Yeah, we have whittled down to our last several folks here, so we'll just give them a moment and then...
Yeah, I'm going to give a moment. Look at me staring at the camera for a moment. And he kicked the camera again. I saw that. Okay. No K Dash. So we're going to move on to Libra. Libra, if you're here, just say yes and then write your question. And I'll give you a moment as well.
Did you touch me?
No, but you just touched me.
Under the table, something brushed against my leg.
I was right here. I didn't move my leg.
I thought it was one of the cats.
Oh, well, maybe it was. Maybe. Do we have a ghost in the house?
Let all ghosts here be nice.
All right, no Libra cusp either. So we're going to move. Hey, solar plexus, are you with us?
Solar plexus.
If you are, it's your turn. If you've done with dinner.
Don't break our heart.
You know what? We did say we'd do a general love reading, though, for them, didn't we? And we would put it on the... Let's do it.
Okay, we're going to do it real quick and see if we can do that. General love reading for solar. It was for solar, right?
Yep.
All right.
And hopefully they'll turn into the last part of our stream and see that. And after solar plexus is Jenna, Rory, and Chrissy. And we will get you all in, even if we have to go into slight overtime to do it.
Thank you for waiting. Thank you for your patience.
Because you're waiting, and we got pretty close. We got pretty close this time, unlike some of our other adventures. And despite the fact we've been goofing off like crazy tonight. I don't know what it is about today.
We're not near a full moon, are we? I think that's next week.
I think that's, yeah. I don't think so. All right. Shuffle away, Mr. O. Oh, I heard that, Sonny. What up?
Did he do a little meow?
He did a little whiny meow. The little man is here for a little cuddle. Little cuddle. All right. As I struggle around the sun. Do you want to lay the 3 cards out?
Sure.
Let's see what we get.
The Tower.
That is so funny.
Upright.
I don't know if you're familiar with the Golden Girls. They're solar plexus.
6 of Swords reversed. Page of Swords upright.
But the Tower is the Shady Pines nursing home in the Golden Girls, which is really funny.
It's like the end.
Yeah, at the end. And also they would think it's cataclysmic if they were told they had to go to Shady Pines.
Solar, we're doing your reading right now, the general love reading.
Hey, Solar, welcome back. We're just started doing your reading.
So you had 3 cards. You had the Tower, the 6 of Swords reversed, and the Page of Swords upright. So the Tower sort of...
Well, it's a general love reading. I would say that I don't know if you've had a breakup recently or something gone amiss, but whatever the case may be is that through some sudden upheaval in relationships that you have gone through at one time or another, you've really learned a lot from it. You've learned and grown from that experience. That's what it looks like to me. The Tower upright is better than the Tower reversed because even though it means you had to go through something kind of ooky, you learned from the experience. Right now, though, as far as romance and love goes, it seems, I don't want to say it's dead in the water, but right now it just doesn't seem as though it's going anywhere. Right now, that the 6 of Swords reversed, it seems like there's a little bit of stagnation.
Well, maybe if you're trying to move away from some bad relation or or relationship or emotional problems. You're having problems. Something's holding you there. There may be some emotional baggage that keeps you there, or some situations that keep you there.
So it sounds to me, because I'm looking at this Page of Swords here, and the Page of Swords can be a card of decisions of sorts. It sounds to me like the ball might be in your court to change a situation if you want it to change as far as relationships and love goes. If it's going nowhere right now and you want it to be going somewhere, you're the one that's going to have to make that happen. You're the one that's going to have to find a way to initiate that change.
Well,
that's my opinion.
Okay, well, this one says like maybe you can't move, but it does show the quality of trying to move. And this one says there's diplomacy and grace and tact and skill here. So I think it's what Banshee says here is that you'll have to just sort of lead the way, and that maybe up until now you haven't really wanted to not be single or to not be in a relationship. But if you are thinking about that, then maybe you're the one who has that quality to do that. With the Tower, it sort of seems to me like there's just some lessons you're learning. If they're not lessons from a bad relationship. What?
They made a note about that.
Yeah.
Just said that learn from bad situations.
Right, I did catch that too.
You know, which is a good thing. It's healthy because a lot of times when we go through a crisis, some people, they never learn and they repeat the same cycles over and over again. Seems like you're a learner, you know, and that you're not going to go that route.
Right, so if there was no relationship, there are just some things that are sort of holding you in place in your emotional life. Like maybe you have things you have to take care of or things you have responsibilities for that don't allow you to move where you want to go to seek emotional relationships or comforts. So you may have situations you have to somehow divest from. We're going to also pull what we call the Lenormand.
We don't call it. That's what they're called.
Well, I was just explaining from the sense of that they're not tarot cards.
Even though they look a little like them, because this deck has... You're getting there, Jenna. You're next, so hang on.
And then Chrissy's after that?
Yeah, Rory.
Oh, Rory. Whoops.
So as far as it goes right now, you know, it shows a lot of innocence and maybe naivety in relationships right now, the lilies. And that... You know, it is showing, these cards right here are showing me that, yeah, you know, that relationships have not been happening for you, that this is something that hasn't happened. And the mice are indicating that right now it seems like it's staying that way, unless, of course, you decide to change it.
Right. To me, sometimes the mice show a certain level of wanting to hold on to things and maybe some amount of insecurity. So it may be that too that you it's not that you don't have confidence. It's just that you fear rejection or you fear losing something, or that could be possible there. So sometimes people don't want to take a chance because they don't want to lose. If you don't take a chance, you can't lose necessarily. It's kind of what we were talking about with that one, that sometimes you just have to figure out if you can make that move and how you will do it.
As we have for you right now, according to what the tarot sees today.
So thank you for that.
Thanks for waiting. I appreciate it. And looking forward to reading for you again sometime, Solar P. Hey, Jenna, you've been waiting.
Jenna.
You're up, Jenna. And after Jenna's, Rory,
You're welcome,
and we'll
Sorrel.
close it out with Chrissy. So just 3 more readings, and we call it a day.
All right.
You want to use yours this time?
No, we can use yours. Jenna, is that your question there? How many more people? No, I'm kidding.
Type your question, Jenna.
Go ahead.
We await you. And the sunny cam is on. Come on, Jenna. There we go.
All right, let's go.
Personal issues. Will I ever get to work things out? Work things out with your personal issues, okay? Let's do 3 cards for this
Okay.
one, not a yes, no. So don't forget, tomorrow will be Mr. O's emotional exchanges video.
And the last couple of weeks, I think the cards for almost everybody's reading in that show really does reference what we're going through with the coronavirus situations. So it's very interesting.
Wow. Okay,
Jenna
well,
has thrown in the idea that it may be a relationship issue with that ex-friend,
okay. Well,
which we've heard about before.
we have
yeah.
the 6 of Wands here, which is nice, upright. We have the King of Cups reversed, and we have the Emperor reversed. And I don't know, when I see the King of Cups reversed and the Emperor reversed, I'm thinking there's some kind of power struggle going on here.
Yeah,
You know?
and I'm going to
And
say
it's emotional.
probably more on that other person's part. They're refusing to let you in. I think they're just sort of keeping you there. And my best advice to you, because you've explained the situation a few times, is you should probably not let them hold you hostage like that. But the Emperor seems to me to show you that you have no power here in this situation, or very little. And the King of Cups shows somebody who emotionally is just not really in a good place.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't know if that's you in this situation, if, this whole situation's kind of racked you emotionally. But right now it looks as though there's some power struggle going on. But you have the ability to move on and come out ahead. There's a victory for you here somewhere. And maybe the victory is that you're able to just let it go and move on.
Yeah.
You don't need to embroil yourself in power plays or people playing games with your emotions. It's time to, pack up and move forward with your life.
The wands tell me to focus on your art, your enterprise, because you are an artistic and enterprising person. And she's holding a cup like a winner, and there's all these people clapping down here. This tells me you just should focus on you and move ahead. You are moving towards success. It may take you a long time, but you don't need that baggage that's over here to stop you. You just need to make a better decision and move ahead.
I'm going to address that, Jenna, because I know you're moving on. It seems like they are not. Don't worry about them.
Yeah.
It's not, we can't control what other people do. We can only control what we do. And so the thing is, do what you're going to do and move on.
Yeah, you may have to watch what you say.
I understand
about
that sounds cold at heart, but it's not, because, we can only do so much to try to make amends or try to write something or try to get people to compromise. And if not, it's time to put out the sail and move on. Oh my God, did I just say pull up the sail?
You did.
And what did I get? I got the ship.
Is that a
and
card
look
of
what
moving on?
else.
Oh dear, and the fish.
They go together, sort of.
Yeah, because there's a lot of fish in the sea.
There's change and money and financial stuff going on for you, Jenna. I don't think this necessarily relates to your question per se. I think this relates to what you're moving into right now. You just got a job after all. And so it looks like things are looking up. So focus on that.
Well, I don't know how to tell you to conduct those situations where this happens. All I'm seeing is that you really have to ignore them and move on. Eventually, people like that get tired and move on. It's
because people are looking for a reaction.
Yeah. Don't give them the reaction. Now, just a moment ago, I pulled another additional card, and it was the Nine of Cups reversed. And that tells me, because I was thinking specifically about this person bothering you, they're not getting their wish to make you angry if you don't give in to that. Because the Nine of Cups is about, reverse is about not getting your wish to some degree. And I'm thinking this makes them really pissed off the more you can ignore them. So just keep ignoring them. You really need to do that.
And that's what we have for you, Jenna. I hope that helps. And hey, Rory, are you still with us? I hope you are. Always like to read for new people. Hi, Dr. V. I'm sorry you're so late again. We're on our last two
We're
readings.
closed. We're probably doing our last two readings right now.
Yeah.
So we are so sorry, Dr. Victor. Come again, though. Come Sunday if you can, or come next Thursday.
I hope you are doing well.
Thank you for coming. Rory?
Hey, Rory.
And we're just going to give Rory just a few seconds. Yeah, I know what that's like, Jenna. I've been there too. Okay, we have not heard from Rory, so we're going to call for our last reading now.
Chrissy.
Chrissy, if you are still here, we hope you are. It is now finally your turn. You're very welcome, Jenna. And we'll see you the next time. I know we will. Paige and Chrissy. We are calling for Chrissy. And if Chrissy's here, you will be our last reading. If you are not here, we will end our show. Okay, go ahead, Chrissy.
There you are.
Give us your question.
All right.
You are our last reading today. Hello!
So what do you have? Just go ahead and write your question. You want to use your deck?
What's coming towards me? Yeah, sure. In the love life. Okay,
All
we got your
right.
question. We're going to do that. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Ooh. Okay. You have a mixed bag here. You have the star upright, which the star is a sign of destiny and hope and inspiration. So maybe that you just haven't really found something that really inspires you. You also have strength reversed. And sometimes strength in itself talks about the quality of the powers of love and compassion, that we move more mountains when we apply our heart and compassion to a task than rather when we try to physically force something to happen. So when the card is reversed, that is ill aspected, and that may be suggesting that a person is trying to force things to happen, possibly in the way of romantic endeavors. And so I'm not saying you're trying to force yourself on a person, but maybe you're trying too hard, as the saying goes. Maybe. I'm just saying that's a impression I get. Banshee's going to have her piece in a moment. Then the Five of Pentacles or coins reversed, that seems to tell me that you've had a period of feeling needy and feeling bereft, but you are moving out of that period. It seems like it may be coinciding with our star here.
Yeah, it looks as though that, like with strength reversed, that, maybe you just weren't in a really good position to be in a relationship for whatever reasons, whether it was school, whether it was, taking care of family. There's some reason that, you were kind of at a disadvantage. The Five of Pentacles, again, it's reversed, and maybe you're finally now realizing that you're becoming more ready, you're becoming more prepared. It's taken some time to get yourself in that position, but you're feeling more ready for it. And the star is a card of hope, and like he said, destiny. And so maybe right now is the time to strike.
It could very well be, and I understand what you're saying there. In a sense, this one here could be talking about you crossing the corner on what it meant when it was that way. When that way, there is a true dark night for you, a bereftness of the soul. I'm not saying that means you're totally better, you're totally moving away from the snowy landscapes, but it's saying you started to turn that corner in your mind. You've started to, or you will be. And, I don't know what takes at. Maybe it's just some more meditation about the heart's energies, things like that. Do we know the person coming?
I don't see that specifically here, but oh my gosh, this is so weird. This is so weird. I think right now, there is a little bit of confused energy surrounding you, Chrissy. We look at what I pulled. I pulled the star in the Lenormand too. But along with the star, I pulled the mice. And the mice kind of eats away at the positive energy of the star. So I feel here that basically, you yourself have been feeling little hope. I feel like this is coming from within you. There's been some despair and a feeling of hopelessness. And I think you got to do something, whatever it takes. I noticed you mentioned you feel unhappy in Florida. Do you feel like a change of environment will, change your life in a positive direction and attract a relationship to you? Maybe it's time to think about life changes that you want to make in order to attract what you're looking for in your life. I don't see anything specifically of the type of person coming to you at this point in time, but what I do think is you have to do more work to prepare yourself for inviting somebody into your life.
I agree with that. When you wrote that there, I decided to randomly cut the deck and look at it. I do that sometimes when people ask. And I had the High Priestess upright. And I think that kind of concurs with what Banshee just said. I think you have to really work on your own inner self. And I think that when there's a certain level of something there, then that magnifies, that sends out your vibe, that attracts others. That's the light you shine that can possibly bring you to a relationship or to some emotional pleasure.
I've often said, that we have to really truly work on ourselves and exude a love of self to bring love into our lives. Yes. And from what I'm seeing in the cards here, it looks like there has been some weakness within you, maybe some self-doubts about your own ability, maybe your own charisma, and you need to change that because it's not necessarily true. So, you need to focus on building your own self-esteem and putting yourself in a position to be ready to go out and, show the world that light that is really you.
I would agree with that. And I think that just hopefully you can take these words as we offer them to you. We really think that love begins from within. And I know everybody really does believe that at some point. So that's what we have for you, that we want you to find your love and be open to sharing and receiving love.
Well, you know what? Maybe when you come back and join us again, we should do something more specific about a person coming into your life and who that person might be. We'll try something else for you next time.
I would like to do that.
And see what it says. But right now, I'm not seeing a person showing up. It seems like it's focusing on you. And in one case, I got that there is hope, there is positivity coming. And on the other hand, I got that you have to work on yourself, you're getting a more positive reflection of yourself out there. Because what you're reflecting is maybe not bringing the right person to you right now.
Earlier tonight,
I don't know if that makes sense.
Earlier tonight, I mentioned to somebody that they could always, and we tell everybody this, they could always write to us at our Facebook page or at our Gmail. If you write to the Facebook page, TFT, Tarot for Today, it shows up as an email for me, and I will look at those, and I will try to get back to those usually within the day. I can do a short 1 or maybe 2 card reading there, time permitting. So feel free to drop me a line there, Mr. O. Oberon, or drop one at the Gmail account, and maybe Banshee will. We'll be happy to do short readings there too, as we can. Appreciate that.
And that's what we have for you, Chrissy, this time. So take heart. Just hang in there. I don't think all is lost by a long shot. It's just a matter of time still and a little bit of work. Work on the self, and the rest will follow. And that's what we have today. We're leaving with a picture of Sunman. And we'll see you again on Sunday from 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And anything else, Mr. O?
No, I'm just sort of playing around with the camera angles here. There we go. I just want to say
All right,
bye.
everybody. We'll see you next time. Take care. Have a good week ahead. Bye-bye.